Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Matthew back with the third, and this will be the final episode that I make today. Again, today is Sunday, the 1st of May. Based on the previous two videos I made today, video 1 is going to be uploaded today, video 2 on Thursday, and then this video here will be uploaded next Sunday, which will be the 8th of May. So, per request from one of my viewers, they wanted to see another video about Galoob. I wasn't too excited about making Galoob videos because, again, when I did the other two videos, it didn't really gain too many viewers, didn't really do too well, so that was one of those storylines I figured I wouldn't really deal with in the future. But again, this is a request, and I like to take my viewers' requests, or subscribers, fans, viewers, however you want to say it. If someone makes a request, I'll definitely try my best to honor that request. So we're not going to do the whole review of Series 1 and 2 again. So they specified Series 2, the UK exclusives. So that is going to be the ones that we dig into today. Hoping to get it done around 20 minutes, but you guys know me, it'll probably take me 35 minutes. So the first two figures I have here, these were... I think they came in individual packages, if I'm not mistaken. They definitely came in as tag teams. So they were the Sting and Lex Luger in ring attire gear. So, original San Francisco toy makers, I showed you guys a previous video where their 7-inch figure packaged. They used this exact same figure, and I thought that was pretty amazing. Galoob, and of course, a lot of their folks transitioned to original San Francisco once Galoob disbanded. So it was nice to kind of see the 4-inch figure transform to a 7-inch figure. Originally, when I did the Galoob figures, I think I had 31 figures total, and I was putting them in my favorite order. So I think I had this guy originally at number 25. Now, when I did that video, I didn't have this figure available. But when I got it in and I looked at it, I actually really like this figure. It's a great design. And the reason I put it so low on my list is because of the hands up. So 3 regular Sting with the fist pump hands, and then this one 4 Sting figures. They're all rated between 22, 23, 24, 25. So all of them were like right near the bottom of my favorite figures. And again, it all has to do with the fighting pose. But the figure itself is absolutely beautiful. As far as display-wise, as far as artwork, probably the best figure that Galoob came up with, period. A million times better than any of the other two. This Lex Luger in ring attire is just, again, light and day. Or night. I said light and day. Night and day. So... the other two Galoob with the King Kong Bundy LJN style pose, horrible figures. Makes it possibly the worst figure, or among the top 3 worst figures of all time. But this Lex Luger, the pose obviously not perfect, but still so much better for play, fighting wise and whatnot. And again, the robe, pre-ring attire, incredible. Absolutely love this figure. I don't remember where I placed him on my original list. If I had to guess, I'd say somewhere either towards the middle, or actually he may have come in the top 10. I can't remember. But great figure, and it is Lex Luger. Now, talking about the original Lex Lugers. King Kong Bundy LJN. This pose worked for that particular figure. Even, as you can see, right about there. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction. Yeah, just about. Is the George the Animal Steel figure. Same thing. Pose-wise, it works to an extent for that figure. But with these 4-inch figures, hard plastic, hard rubber, I don't know what they're made out of. I'm saying hard plastic. This is an absolutely horrible, horrible pose. Now, I do rate the green trunk UK exclusive Lex Luger higher than the U.S. Blue Trunk Lex Luger. But I said it before, LJN, Rick Rude, possibly the worst fighting pose figure of all time. And then, what did I have at number 2? Ron Simmons Galoob, with the hand molded to his chest. The second worst figure ever created. And I think that the Lex Luger Galoob figure is possibly the third worst figure ever created. And you guys know how much I hate Toy Biz or, Mattel or, Jakks with all those, movable joints and stuff where you can't really stand the figures up. You stand them up, their legs start twisting apart, and just, I hate those figures, but this fighting pose is just so terrible. But this is the Lex Luger UK exclusive repaint. And they came out with the third Sting with the exact same body pose. So in Series 1, they, for whatever reason, came out with 2 different figures. Same exact one, different repaint. They had a blue pants and they had orange, pinkish pants. When they moved over to the UK for Series 2, they came out with the black pants. I like the black. So among all the Sting figures, I had this list as my favorite. So I definitely like the black and the yellow better than the other Stings. Again, a same exact figure, just a repaint of the overall appearance. So that is the last of the Sting figures. Trying to see if there's anything down here worth really showing. I guess you'll be able to make it out with the Scorpion. Now this obviously is the Sting that I admire, that I gravitate towards. When they started doing Sting with the crow face, and then later on with the red face, and I don't know what that was all about. This is it. This is the Sting for me. That's the Sting that I remember. That's the Sting that I only care about. One that doesn't really get a lot of love, but I definitely like this one better than the Blue Trunks version. And it is Ric Flair. So this Ric Flair underneath the belt does have this gray lightning bolt. This one doesn't have anything on the knee pads, but I don't know. I just like the red better than the blue. Same exact figure, just a different repaint. And again, people hate on the figure because they don't like the fact that he never wore this, or if he did, I don't know. I remember blue. I don't remember red. That's fine. I still like this figure a whole lot better. And as a kid, we wrestled with whatever we had available. Dollar store rip-off toys that kind of like reminiscent of Remco figures. I don't know what you'd call those toys. We always got Galoob figures at Dollar Store. And so that just shows you, where the value was in these figures. And of course, Hasbro figures we always got, from Toys R Us. So it's like, Hasbro were the high-end toys, and then the Galoobs were like on the other side of the railroad tracks, for example. Some folks that talk about, well, we wrestle Galoob with Galoob, we wrestle Hasbro with Hasbro, we would never intermingle the two toy lines. BS. For me, like I said, we wrestled Galoob with Hasbro, we wrestled Bigfoot, we wrestled in the Incredible Hulk, we wrestled Thundercats. I'm trying to think. Those are normally the 3 that I think of. There are other bunch of figures, random figures that we would use for wrestling matches. Either fighting against each other, fighting against Galoob, fighting against Hasbro, what have you. Whatever we could use for wrestlers. So this, back in the day, I would say that, Sid Vicious was my favorite, of course. Ric Flair coming at number 2, maybe Rick Steiner at number 3, based on the fighting pose. But, this was not exactly a great figure, in my opinion. Is it one of the worst? Of course not. But it's a Ric Flair figure. Another one. Now this is actually has the ability to either be one of my favorites or one of my least favorites, and it's kind of like Fran Drescher's voice, right? You either love her voice to death or you hate her voice. There is no in between. Me personally, I love her voice, but and this is one of those figures where the same thing. You either love the figure or you hate the figure. There is no in between. But for me, there is an in between because I really can't decide. So I do have this one carded, but I did bring out just the loose figure. So I love the fact that it's scale accurate for the most part. Being a super tall figure. So this is the giant Jorge Gonzalez. I don't know about this outfit. I've never obviously seen WCW where he wore this. I like the detail and color of the outfit, so I don't mind that. I love the fact that he's super tall, which would make this a fantastic piece. But the fighting pose with the hands up, like it's like he's a parent or something trying to scare his kids and just watch the kids running away or something. Raw. That's all that is. I mean, so how Sting used to have Ric Flair and he used to drop him and Ric Flair kind of bounce up, all, I don't know, overselling it or whatnot. I mean, same thing with this figure. That's all he could do. You can't really do anything. I'm trying to see what other moves, but I really can't do anything with this. It's weird. And that's why I said I'm torn in the middle. I either love the figure because of the size and color, but I hate it because the fighting pose is just so horrible. Oddly enough, it's not even the worst fighting pose of Galoob, let alone any other toy line. But we do have the Giant as part of the UK exclusive. So from the Freebirds, we do get a couple of figures. Neither one of them are terrible. We've got Jimmy Garvin, and we've got Michael Hayes. Oh, I'll switch it up so they're kind of arm facing inward. So Michael Hayes, good face paint, good color again, very similar color scheme on the pants, black boots, yellow boots, what have you. I like the face paint on Jimmy Garvin. So the reason I'm not 1,000,000% against this pose is because Jimmy Garvin is just like Ric Flair, hunched over, arms spread apart, legs spread apart. And Michael Hayes, kind of like the same difference with arms out and legs out, but I mean he's not hunched over like Jimmy Garvin and Ric Flair, a couple others. With this figure, you see a good clothesline, but I mean you can't really do a body slam, not really. So aesthetically, it's definitely one of my favorites. Either of these, one of my favorites. Jimmy Garvin, I try to stand these figures up in one of my wrestling rings, and none of them seem to be able to stand quite well. Right now, they're standing pretty decent.